Welcome back to St. Bernard School. Thank you so very much for your patience and support as we put together a back-to-school reopening plan for our St. Bernard School. We believe we're better together, stronger together, and we are confident that we can provide an excellent education while safeguarding each member of our community, including our students, staff, and family members. The full action plan is currently on our website, and it has been emailed out to all families. However, we decided we wanted to go and create a few videos in order to show you how to do some of the procedures. For example, arrivals, dismissals, health screenings, and breakfast and lunch. In one of the areas where you will first see some of our changes will be in our arrival and dismissal procedures. This is our arrival map. It is color-coded so that you can see which population should go into which door. For example, the green cars should be parishioners. They will either be entering into the front of the church or into the back in the new wheelchair-accessible ramp. The blue car indicates the kindergarten through 5th grade students. They can either come in on the side on 2nd Street West and then coming into the western door closest to the playground. Preschool and pre-K students are indicated by the red cars. As you can see, they can come in on either the 2nd Street West or on the Knight Avenue North. They can either come around the building, enter in the back, or go in through the front into the eastern doors. Bus students, as you can see by the yellow buses, can be entering into their correct doors. Next, as you can see, this is our pickup or dismissal procedure. If it is a kindergarten through 5th grade student, they would just leave, of course, from the west playground exit, or if it's preschool or pre-K, they will be able to be picked up either in 2nd Street or Knight Avenue North, where the red cars are. Naturally, the buses will go straight out to the buses. Next, you will see Corbin and Carter as they demonstrate how you should enter. Here you can see Big Brother Carter escorting his little brother Corbin to the back preschool and pre-K doors. There, Carter will say goodbye to Corbin, then he will turn around and go into his own entrance. Please note that in order to keep our school as safe as possible, we are not allowing outside adults into our building. Thank you so much for understanding. Here's an example of little Corbin going into our preschool and pre-K room. Once the students enter the building, they will be met by a staff member where they will be asked a few questions regarding their health, have their temperature taken, and then invited to drop off their items, and then use some hand sanitizer before entering the room. We'll try to make it as fun, as welcoming as possible. If students are opting for breakfast, they would go directly down to the basement where they will get their breakfast to go and then return back to the room to eat it there. Likewise, for the kindergarten through 5th graders, they will be coming to the west door, where they will be met by a staff member, have their temperature taken, asked a few related health questions. Then, as they come in, they'll be using the hand sanitizer, and if they choose to go down for breakfast, they will go directly down to get their breakfast or continue upstairs to their classroom. In an effort to reduce the number of children that an individual child interacts with throughout the day, students will be divided into cohorts. It is our intention that student movement and activities will be limited to within the cohorts. For example, lunch, recess, mass, and other activities. An example of the use of cohorts is when we have our lunch procedure. A cohort will go down and eat. Then, after they leave, The cafeteria will be disinfected before the next cohort comes down to eat. This way, we can avoid having the different cohorts pass and interact with each other. Kindergarten through 5th grade students will wash their hands in the basement bathroom. They will then grab their tray and go and sit down with 3 or 4 students per table. Once they are seated, they will be able to take off their masks and hang them around their neck using the school-supplied lanyard. They are able to have seconds. They will just raise their hand and request a staff member to go and get it for them. They are still able to also bring cold lunches if so desired. For our all-day pre-kindergarten students, they will come down to lunch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. There they will be given a tray, and they will also go and sit down as well. Please note that at the time of this video, we had not yet installed the protective plastic sheeting which would go in front of our kitchen staff. Our priority now is to implement those procedures that will allow us to return to meaningful interaction in a safe and purposeful way for our students and staff. It is our belief that our action plan will guide us into a student-focused, interactive, and Christ-centered 2020 and 2021 academic year. Please know that if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always contact us here at St. Bernard School. And finally, I'd like to give a big thank you to Cindy, Corbin, and Carter Dahlman, who are our actors, and for Keaton Dahlman, who was our cameraman for this video. Thank you so much, and it's going to be a great year.
Welcome back to St. Bernard's! Masks are cool!